Yeah. Peter,
Matters. So good
You're on the
afternoon
ground.
to everybody out on YouTube. Thanks for joining us today. And I think Peter's camera is looking at the ground, so you just have me for now.
Crap.
We'll let Peter get it all situated. Oh, there he is.
My bad. Sorry about that.
Up and running. I'm looking forward. I didn't run this morning, but I'm going to go run while my daughter's at soccer, which means I'm running up some hills now, up in Thousand Oaks. So I'm looking forward to it. I've been running on flat ground for too long, I guess.
Flatlander.
Yeah.
Are there still 1,000 oaks in Thousand Oaks?
There could be. They do have a lot of trees up there. Not sure if they're oaks,
Right.
but they're not pine trees, that's for sure.
Well, that's easy to distinguish, at least. Oak has the distinctive leaves, so should be able to tell an oak tree.
I'll have to look as I drive through there today. Yeah, they new though. Market's kind of
It's
steady
just,
right
hanging
now.
around.
Huh?
Yeah. It looks like the SPY is going to continue to leak here. Could be wrong though.
Neil
I mean,
looks like it's about to break down here.
yeah.
I still don't know that I want to chase that, but
Yeah. Neo's the kind of stock that'll reverse course on you.
It came right off that 200. A little late for the entry though. So Hans, no, I don't live in Northern California. I live in Camarillo. My son is going to school up in the Bay Area, and then my family lives in Oregon. So I do a lot of travel up and down. Even in the
Mike's all
pandemic,
over the
it seems.
Yeah.
And then next week I'll be in San Diego for 3 days since we have to tint our house.
huh?
So,
What does that mean?
They're going to fumigate it.
fumigate it for termites. Which is quite awkward if you think about it, right? Like I think California, termites, I think North Carolina, humid, wet areas. No, we get dry termites. So they like eating dry wood. So I
I'm
did.
not,
Yeah. To go with their scotch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think like-
I don't. Never had to deal with termites. Camarillo.
Yes.
Now I know where you live.
Oh, see?
Thousand Oaks.
That was-
Back towards Los Angeles.
Yep.
Okay.
So. And what's funny is if you can't tell by that map that you're there, but Camarillo is at like sea level, and then Thousand Oaks is probably 1,000, 1,200 feet up. So you go up this one big steep hill. And
Presumably on-
because until they built that road, there was a very distinctive natural terrain through about 1930, 1940-ish. that everybody down on the Camarillo tended to deal with Ventura, which is a little bit north in Santa Barbara. But if you were in Thousand Oaks, you dealt with everybody over in LA. And you never communicated really or did commerce between Camarillo and Thousand Oaks.
Because of these hills in between. So this is the 101, the Ventura Freeway that you would take?
So
I see. Yes, it was very, very hilly terrain. It's interesting how there's like development right up to the hills on both sides and then nothing in the middle.
Yep. It's because it's really steep. So, and even the trains don't go up there. They go further inland before coming back down. So.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, Hans.
Well, look at that.
Hans, I can
Learn
believe
something new.
running hills in San Francisco would be no joke. You'd have big quads. You'd those hills.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
So it doesn't sound like this election's going to be resolved anytime soon. I mean,
January.
I know they're still counting ballots, but it sounds like there's going to be all sorts of contesting.
It's
The
2000 all over
what did I
again.
yeah, what did I do? I just heard that one party just hired 4,000 lawyers. It's like
Oh yeah. It will be.
the lawyers will be happy.
It's
Yeah, it seems that way, but who was that? Was that famous baseball player? It ain't over till. I better not say that. That would be political.
Mike, on YouTube, you sound very distant and
very
echoey.
distant.
It's weird.
That is strange. I wonder why that is. I don't understand.
Uber's breaking out.
I don't understand why I'm clear in the room, but very distant on YouTube.
Yeah.
You are very clear in the room here. There's no question about that.
Yeah, you sound fine here. It's
Yeah.
YouTube though. For whatever reason, it's you do sound like you're at a concert stadium and you're standing about 20 feet back from the mic.
Interesting.
Interesting analogy, Peter.
Let me see what the audio settings are set on here.
Don't forget, everybody in the room tonight, if you're a Canadian trader, we have the Canadian tax seminar. We'll talk about that a little bit later as well, but that in your calendar should be a good session. Looking forward to getting some professional advice. So that will be tonight at 8 o'clock in the webinar room. Our lifetime member.
Good deal. Snap. I'm just looking at my 4 charts here. Snap, Twitter, Uber, Lyft, all moving up slowly into the close here. The SPY looks like it's may just hold here.
Yeah, it's looking a little stuck at this level here.
It is looking, every time it pulls back for just a little bit, it pops back up. I'm not sure, really thinking it's probably just going to hold here.
Yeah, I wonder why it's very echoey on YouTube. I'm not sure. I just went in though on. Oh, sorry. Go
Neo
ahead.
never
Brian.
broke down. I was just going to say, and you see how Neo never broke down, right? The buyers just came in there.
Yeah, it's very range bound right now, and it's shoved in between. If you look at it on either a 1 or a 2 minute chart, it's shoved in between two moving averages. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. It's just a wedging right now. So yeah, not a lot of earnings that were. I mean, there's a bunch of companies reporting earnings, but nothing that we normally watch. So I don't see anything of particular interest.
How does this sound in the room? I just did a whole bunch of changing of settings on XSplit, so hopefully it still sounds good in the room.
Sounds good in the room.
sounds fine
Yeah.
in the room.
What do they say? 5 by 5.
Yeah.
In the military.
Neo. Yeah, Neo did get a little bit range bound. Same with the Spy, just kind of hanging out there by VWAP.
Yeah, it's not really just sticking right here for the last, almost the last 45 minutes. It's barely moved.
Well, on YouTube you sound clearer, Mike, but still with the echo.
Okay, so I got clear. Now I got to get rid of the echo.
I don't know. The mysteries of technology.
It's ever been ever since they did that update.
Yeah.
There you go, Dan. You got Uber up there for a minute. Take a look at it. As I'm playing around with volume settings.
We've got 800 million to sell, close on the imbalance. Yeah, Chris Sava just doesn't want to break down either. Everything is except, well, everything's kind of stuck. Maybe we're going to get a bit of movement here on the SPY now. Nope, bought right back up.
Oh. I'll have to do some research on that during my vacation next week. Mini working vacation.
That doesn't sound like fun. A working vacation. Of course, you can't do much else here, can you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Andrew sort of had a working vacation. It worked out pretty well for him.
It did.
That is true. I don't know what he's going to do when he gets back here.
Yeah.
I guess he's going to have to shelter in place for 2 weeks. Yeah, there was just I don't know. I don't find these imbalances numbers very overly instructive. I mean, 800 million probably isn't a lot anyway in the grand scheme of things.
Wow, we are just a range here.
Yeah, there's nothing by the looks of it is going to happen in the next 15 minutes.
No, not much of anything.
I'm waiting for something to sort of break out here and go, but yeah, not so far.
Snap broke 42 and just now it's just pulling back again. Well, maybe SPY is going to break down here. we can count on it. NIO is coming right back up, finding some legs here to go higher. Still that daily looks a little dubious. A spinning top candle here. So we've had a bigger volume day than Monday and Tuesday today. It is really extended on a daily chart. What's Tesla doing? Tesla's off 1% today.
It's down by the 420 mark.
Yeah.
By the bay.
Yeah, it's right down by, it's sitting right around 420.
It's right where it wants to hang out at.
Yeah. Wow, we've got a few earnings on deck here. We've got Qualcomm, Fitbit.
Yes, we do, don't we?
And
And
why was
QCOM.
Qualcomm not coming up on my list? Where? Fitbit
4 p.m.
Fitbit's a terrible trader. I've tried to
Yeah.
trade it in the past, but it doesn't. It was not fun.
Wow,
ACAD.
Biogen, huge day today.
Qualcomm.
That thing moved like from BIIB, Biogen, moved from a low of 251 today to 364. Just off the
Wow.
high. Yeah,
Teva.
massive move on Biogen today.
Some good stuff reporting before the open tomorrow. Thank you, John, for posting that chart as you do. And then after the close tomorrow, we'll have some really interesting stuff. So tomorrow could be fun.
So Biogen's shares up 30% after FDA briefing on their Alzheimer's drug.
So I'm getting the secret word that I've managed to fix the sound on YouTube through a whole bunch of pushing multiple buttons and clicking multiple things.
Okay.
It all worked.
Yes,
Now
but
I just have to remember.
Can
to
you
save.
replicate the feat for tomorrow, Mike?
It's
only a good trick if you can do it again.
Yes, that is true.
If it's repeatable.
Yeah.
John just gave his first driving lesson to his son. That should be fun. Hopefully he survived. You're typing, so you did, but. Coming up on 10 minutes to close. Knock out the member trade of the day today.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Brian.
You know what we should also probably do, right? Here, let me share the member trade of the day with everybody that's in the chat room.
We should play some music. No, we can't. It's copyrighted.
Oh, it's copyrighted. That's not good. YouTube will definitely flag us. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I've got my 10 minutes left spike here happening. Oh, look, we finally have, yes.
So the member trade of the day today was on Lyft, of all things, right? The member took a short 5-minute opening range breakdown, sees a nice sloping pattern, partials, adds in near the 200 moving average for some more ability to partial on his way down. Added a second time, and then famously notices the double bottom starting to form and decides to take his profits and run. Although it did break down a little bit lower a little bit later, it did eventually start to work its way back up. But overall, nice clean trade, good execution on the first trade, good add, good partials, and then able to manage after adding the second time as well.
Nice.
Whose trade was this?
I can't pronounce the name. Supidta. So I'm terrible with names.
Septa.
Yeah. So
Spinta.
excellent trade.
All right. Well done.
Yes, very well done. Nice short on lift. That was
Winner will be announced every day on the closing bell show, and then every Monday we'll announce the trade of the week winner, who will get a $100 gift card to Amazon. No psychology webinars this week. We will be doing a psychology next Wednesday, as this week we are making the change next week to Tuesday being the success webinars and Wednesday being the psychology webinars. And Credo will be coming in talking about keeping the adrenaline in check as you get excited when your trade's moving in your direction or it's moving against you and you got a whole bunch of emotions that are going through. So that should be fun. And then I'll turn it over to Peter, since I am not a Canadian. And taxes.
So tonight we've got our webinar on taxes for Canadians. So if you're a Canadian trader or trade Canadian equities, this would be very worthwhile for you to attend. We've got tax experts. Sorry, I'm just managing a losing trade here on Microsoft. I shouldn't have entered this. Tax expert Jonathan Warren and a couple of his team that'll be here to talk to us about how you can look at and manage your taxes effectively. That'll be at 8 o'clock in the webinar room, so join us then. And then next week, now that I can read it properly, which is actually at on Tuesday, the 10th of November at 8 o'clock. So we moved the schedule to Tuesdays. Next week on Tuesday, we have a guest from SMB Capital, which will be joining us to talk about how to transition to a career in options trading. So hopefully you'll join us on next Tuesday for that session.
And then I'll let Peter manage his trade. If you'd like to purchase Andrew's book in Spanish, you can get it on Amazon, or the audiobook version is also available. Then for anybody that's out on YouTube, if you'd like to give our chat room a trial for 1 week, you can use the pre-market code 24. That gives you access to our chat room, as well as our onboarding class that goes every Monday with Carlos at 8 p.m. Eastern to give you a guided tour of the community. And for anybody that does not have a lifetime membership, we are offering a one-time lifetime discount of 35% on that type of membership using the code Halloween35. And as Halloween has passed, we never know how long that discount will be available.
insert spooky music.
Spooky music, as long as we don't get in trouble on YouTube.
Yeah.
And then we went over earnings, but we did not go over earnings for the morning tomorrow. There are a couple good ones. At least for me, I like trading BABA, so BABA's earnings are tomorrow morning, as well as AMRN. They typically get there. And then we got Kronos Group, that is also reported at 7:30. And typically, if you can get something to trade on Kronos Group after earnings. General Motors, but that can be a difficult one to trade. And,
Wow. This is craziness.
did you catch that, Peter?
Crazy. Yeah, I'm in
Awesome.
it. I got out of my trade, and then I got back in it.
Hmm.
And if I'm lucky here, I'll get all my money back, because this was really just trying to get back to break even, really, more than anything. It's just crazy. Good move, though.
Yeah, so Tom, if you want that screenshot, like John said, you can pull it off their Twitter feed, or you can sign up for their newsletter and they'll send it to you Friday night. Typically is when they send out the one. I see it Saturday morning when I get up. So, and it doesn't cost anything to sign up for their news feed.
So we got
So-
3 minutes roughly to the close.
So Brian, we have Ryan who's asking about a swing trade on Twitter.
Let's take a look. I think anything that's sort of tech related right now could be a good continuation. Let's take a look at let's take a look here. Got a bit of a bottom on Twitter, put in around somewhere around the $40 level. So you've had a bit of a move there already. Upside potential. I mean, you've got 44. You've got a moving average of 44. You've got a sort of a gap down level open on. So what would that be? That would be Friday. It opened at 44.50. So 44 would be your first target, and then you've got a bunch of moving averages up over 46, and some resistance around 46 too. So depending on where you put your stop, it could be a decent swing. Just would have been nice to have gotten it early in the day when it pulled back. Have much better risk to reward.
Well, this is a good example of what I was talking about not being in a good emotional state to trade. That was a dumb trade. I'm very lucky to have gotten out of that break even. I went short when I had no reason going short. I added when I should have exited because I was past my stop loss. So what do you do when you're past your stop loss? You add more, right?
You don't do that. That's a recipe for disaster.
No kidding. But I said I got so lucky because I went right back in on the drop and was able to recover it all. But I mean, this is a good example here of bad trading. So there you go. Share
Good
my
example.
shame with all.
A good example of bad trading.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
You can have a good example of something bad.
Oh, you can, absolutely. I had some feed, but I'm going to take that off because I don't really trust Kronos if it's reporting tomorrow morning. It may impact the whole pot sector. So I'll not going to free roll.
Yeah, 15 seconds left in the market, guys. Get out of
Yes.
any position you're in.
Look at oil. The integrated, they're selling. What have we got here? Oh, yeah.
60s. There we go.
Q comes buying into the open. For everybody
Ding,
out
ding.
on YouTube, as we have some earnings going, I'm going to turn Squawk on, so you may hear a fourth voice.
MNKD, Mankind
who will eventually
reporting
talk over us.
a loss of 5 cents. That's in line. Revenue of 15.4 million. That's short. Michael November Kilo Delta.
and kind.
SPPI, Spectrum Pharma, Sandy Papa Papa India, Spectrum reporting a loss of 27 cents, better than the 35-cent loss that was expected for Spectrum. SPPI. Expedia. First, Mercado Libre reporting 28 cents. That's better than the 26-cent loss that was expected for MELI.
Well, MELI.
Revenue of 1.116 billion. That's also a beat. The estimate was 780.6 million for Mercado Libre. MELI.
That's got quite the price, $1,300.
Perrigo, P-E-R-G-O.
QCOM
Perrigo
looks like
reporting
it's pushing
93
up.
cents.
Rising a couple dollars.
Papa Romeo Golf Oscar.
So what has a $1,300
Qualcomm
price
is
tag?
out
Brian?
now. QCOM,
Melly.
Qualcomm. Perrigo, the estimate was 84 cents for Perrigo, so that's a beat.
Yukon. Oops.
It's in Melly. I thought of the president's wife on.
Yeah.
Qualcomm reporting that their release is out, their earnings release is out.
Yeah, they
Waiting for those numbers.
yeah, Macro Libre MELI is a isn't it? It's kind of like it's a South American version of something. Whether it's Google, not Google, Amazon. Thank you. That's what I was actually thinking about. That
Qualcomm.
things. One of them. Oh, here's Qualcomm's really popping here now.
Qualcomm reporting $1.45. The estimate was $1.20.
$1.45
QCOM.
versus $1.20.
Yeah.
$1.45 adjusted for Qualcomm.
Thanks. See you, Mike. Yeah. See you guys. I'm gonna take off. Got some stuff to do this afternoon. Gonna hit the gym,
See you, Brian.
and we'll see you. You see you all in the morning.
Revenue of
Later, Brian.
$8.346 billion
Later,
is
Brian.
above
See you in the
estimate
morning.
for Qualcomm, Quebec Charlie Oscar Michael.
Qualcomm should be fun to trade tomorrow, it looks like. They'll have some movement.
Qualcomm shares spiking to 134.78. OUT, Outfront Media, reporting a loss of 14 cents. The estimate was a loss of 18 cents for OUT, Oscar Uniform Tango.
Significant. Comes. Got hot in here all of a sudden.
Well, there's only one option, and that's to take off all your clothes. That's what. It's getting hot in here. There's no. Kill the camera first. That's good advice.
Yes. There we go. Got that all set up. Kill the camera first, absolutely. Definitely don't want to leave that on. So, well, there was the excitement on earnings for the day.
That was it.
Woo,
Did you
that
guys
was
feel
exciting.
it? Did you feel that excitement? Woof! How could you handle it?
There. Tomorrow should be fun though. Tomorrow we should get some decent earnings out in the afternoon at least. Peloton, Roku, Square, Uber, Space, Dropbox, Twilio, or no, TTWO, Take Two, EA, T-Mobile, Win. So should be exciting tomorrow.
Indeed.
With that, I'm going to say goodbye to everybody out on YouTube.